we'll give you money, but get sterilized. We'll give you money, but take all these vaccines. So they make you dependent so they can then cut you off.
That's exactly it. They create dependency, and then you are completely dependent on them. And then when they cut the programs, then you are willing to do anything.
And they can use the folks that are addicted to the programs as their army. Let's go back to the calls. Incredible info. Tim in New York, thanks for holding her on the air.
Hi, Alex and Rosa. I can tell you firsthand that Agenda 21's alive and well. My wife became a resource for them. She's a research purposes, and haven't seen her in 3 years. We don't know if she's alive anymore. She's been placed in a facility under lock and key, and nobody can see her. And the hospital had an interest in her about 2 or 3, 4 years prior, because she was a research subject in the 1950s with thymus radiation. And she didn't want to have anything to do with it. And through a chain of events, the hospital has gained control of her and started forcibly drugging her. And we don't.
Well, you know about all the eugenics secret testing in the U.S. And yeah, a lot of times they do grab the subjects later if they speak out. That happened to your wife?
Yes. If you Google, it's public info, Patricia Kobylack, Kobylack. You'll get a lot of information, and it's really amazing.
Well, they're still forcibly sterilizing people. Just 4 years ago, it was in New York Daily News in New York State that they were taking little black kids and testing pesticide on them till they died. And the social workers blew the whistle themselves and nobody got in trouble. I mean, little black kids tied down being poisoned. New York News, no one got in trouble. You can't make the magnitude of this up.
Her doctor is an ex-CIA Army intelligence officer, is her appointed doctor, so she really doesn't even have her own physician, and she's been...
I don't know anything about your wife, but I better look into this case. It sounds like she's got a background you're not aware of. If that's true, what you just said, there's even more than just radiation testing.
Her brother's a diplomat, and her other brother's the head of FEMA, the fusion government, and they're all elitists. I think they're all a little bit better than everybody.
I was about to say, send me some info, sir. God bless you. Unbelievable. Comments on that wildness, Rosa?
I don't know. You know, here's the thing. When I watched the towers come down on 9/11, I knew what happened. I never have believed the official story. And, you know, I don't care what you say about me. I am paying attention. I am conscious.
You're awake.
People who think their government wouldn't do a thing like that, excuse me, where have you been? What about WMD, Yellow Cake? How about Iran-Contra? What about the Gulf of Tonkin? I mean, we could go on and on. Your government is capable and is doing this right now to you. This is a globalist plan, and it is implemented locally.
You're right. Let's jam in one more. Herb in Atlanta, then come back with more. Herb, go ahead.
Alex, the UN is in the not-too-distant future going to become a imperium of total powers. I got a question for your guest, but let me work to it right quick. Plato's utopia is a fascist psyop, Alex, and the goal of Plato's utopia is destruction, devastation, and annihilation. You already talked about the global economy, global government, global media, global religion. Pantheism, esotericism, moral relativism, reincarnation. You said something, Alex, on the heels of 9/11 that is still burned in my mind. You said after the Patriot Act, you said that America, you are the terrorists, and that is the profound statement of our time in relation to what we're dealing with right now. Now, a question for your guest, Rosa. Rosa, how does the false flag threat fit into this agenda behind the green mask, agenda 21?
Okay, both of you stay there. Stay there. The caller we're talking to now, Herb, I want to get his response to that when she answers. And amazing. And we'll do 5 minutes overdrive. We always do now to finish the calls. I could do 20 hours here with Rosa. She'll definitely be back routinely. I knew about her, read some of her writing, but heard her on the radio last weekend and was blown away. And I got her on last Sunday, and here she is. There's so many other great people just like her. We'll be right back with her answer. Stay there, Herb. I've been just back to that whole YouTube situation, how they're starting to censor us and everybody else. Go sign up at our official YouTube channel, the Alex Jones channel. you go to any Infowars.com article, there's little icons at the top. One of them's a YouTube icon. You can go there, and it's there. Because 400 million people were reaching on that baby in just the last 3 years. That's conservative with our channels alone. Our videos get copied everywhere. We're really hurting them bad. About a third of the time when I talk to somebody and I say, how'd you find the show? They say YouTube. About another third of the time, word of mouth. Another third, AM or FM radio. And we're growing exponentially. And, of course, I'm like flying towards the flame. I'm like walking towards my probable destruction. But all I want to do is bring these people down. There's things bigger than just yourself. And so I'm asking you to spread the word about our broadcast and propel us forward as we're getting more flack. Because I'm not risking my life, my treasure, my name to play games here. I want to defeat the globalist. And so go subscribe to the channel. I've never really promoted even subscribing to that, but I want to just see what happens here. Because, again, they've already don't send our videos out to most subscribers. I mean, if videos were being sent out to 250,000 people that were subscribing, you know, our videos would all get 1 million views apiece and not, you know, 100,000 or something. So I know it's a globalist system. I want to fight it as hard as I can. Rosa, what did you think about the point that Herb was raising before the break? I've been babbling so long, I forget exactly the poignant point he was bringing up about, you know.
I remember.
Okay, go ahead.
I remember. Thank you, Herb, for bringing that up, because, yes, a false flag is perfect, because what did we get out of that? We got the USA Patriot Act, right? And now what do you have? You've got redefining torture. You've got the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act, that says that we are the enemy. And Alex, you bet. We can, you know, who knows how we're going to end our lives. I'd like to end it as a free person, you know, but I know that there are targets on those of us who are out there speaking out. That's why we need more of you, because the more of us there are, the less they're going to, you know, this is the point. Is that, yes, if they say you need a national ID to travel, if they say that you can get strip searched in the airport and not have a darn thing to say about it, if they say that you can be stopped and on the street, if they say that your Google searches can be examined, if they say that your medical records can be looked at, if they say that that the FBI can look at third-party records, your credit card records, this is all real. This is happening now.
It's classic hardcore tyranny, and they're just getting started. They've been lining up everything for a long time, but the feast of our liberties is now beginning. It's on. Herb, any closing comments? Because undoubtedly I'm seeing a huge awakening, though, and, I mean, the fight's on, but people need to know the fight is on. Herb, closing comments to what she just said.
Alex, the information that you put out, because you have access to the papers that these people write, let me tell you something, buddy. You have hit the big time by being on Sirius XM. I've been on here for about 5 years now. But now, the turning point, Alex, was in 1947 when they came up with this NSDD, National Security Defense Document. It required a permanent state of war and also trying to coexist with democracy. Guess what? They cannot exist together. And that's why we're having all these illegal wars. And one thing I compliment Congressman Paul for, he's saying all the right things. I don't know. If it was a different time, he would definitely be my candidate, because I'm sick and tired of all these lies and all this globalist agenda. You know what? Let me tell you something. They're setting our country up. They want to destroy the New World Order, want to destroy this country, and that's exactly what they're doing. But you know what? I'm in the fight, Alex. I'm in the fight. You know what? And you know what? We're going to fight until the last breath.
Listen, God bless you. When you're aware of the enemy and know they're the bad guys, it's over. We just got to expose their crimes, and the New World Order is going to go down. All right, stay there. We'll be back. Stay with us. We're coming back. Yeah, it's real simple. When tyrants are trying to take my liberties, they're going to run over me anyway, I'm going to go 110% up against them. I'm not going to just cower and wait and hope they get to me last. No, you know what? Get to me first. Because you want to go and hurt all these innocents, you got to go through me first and millions of other people worldwide that are awake and are waking up. The globalists got a lot to lose, though. They're not going to go away easy. Because, man, they've committed so many crimes. The stuff we know about is so bad. Can you imagine, Rosa, what we don't know that they're up to with the legions of crimes they've committed and been caught doing?
It's incredible. You know, they are capable of it. This is what's so hard for most of us to believe, because we are good people. It's hard for us to put our minds out there and to accept that it's possible that someone would do that. But the truth is, if an enemy wanted to destroy us, they couldn't do a better job. This is the enemy, and you do need to know your enemy. I am not advocating overthrow of the government or some violent thing. We are doing this. This is what we're doing. Our words are our swords. Our actions, what our actions should be, is educating ourselves and each other, standing up to the planning department in your town.
We have the moral authority. And I mean, when they're working under UN Agenda 21, they are literally enemy operatives here to sabotage and take over our society. And that's not embellishment. That's not even strong enough. These are operatives, and you need to let them know that they're shameful.
They're indoctrinated. They have been indoctrinated by the American Planning Association, by many different groups. And we have to help these people get deprogrammed, and we need to do it to save our country. You have to educate your elected officials, get them my book, get them the information. We need to share this information with everyone so that they know this is not a tinfoil hat thing.
Everybody's got to order Behind the Green Mask 21 right now at Infowars.com and get it to people in their planning commission, you name it, because most of them are just indoctrinated, you're right. But you'll always run into conscious operatives as well that'll giggle and snicker at you. John in Maine, a quick question or comment for our guest.
Yes, I'm up here in Maine, and I was just wondering if either of you have ever been to the state of Maine before.
No, I haven't, but I've been close.
Well, you know, you've got a great fighter against Agenda 21 right there in Maine, and that's Charlotte Iserby. She is phenomenal. She's done tremendous research with her book, which is called The Deliberate Dumbing Down of America. Get that book. That's a great book.
Absolutely, sir. And one-stop shop, Infowars.com. You want to support us as well as the author. We have the new edition. Is that your question, sir?
No, well, actually, my thing is I wanted to let you guys know about something that was going on up here. Was that, you know, on the western part or the northern part of the state, there's a lot of forests and, I mean, a lot of undeveloped land that people go hunting. And
they're trying to lock it up and not let you have access and put it into consortiums where the government just gives it to the Nature Conservancy, correct?
Right, but what they're doing up here is they're blaming it on the paper companies, saying that it's the paper companies that want the people up there. But we all know that, you know, for 2 or 3 generations, my family's gone up there and not had any problems with the paper companies. All of a sudden, the government and the state is telling us that it's the paper companies that don't want us up there.
Yeah, no. They're everywhere. The feds already out west have like 80% of the land or more. They're grabbing more up with our tax money. They're doing everything they can to get land out of use. It's called the rewilding. I appreciate your call. Closing comments on that, Rosa.
You know, that is true. Basically, anything that stops production, anything that stops your industry here in the United States is part of United Nations Agenda 21. This is to sink our economy, to destroy our economy, to destroy our independence, and to make us completely dependent and move into the cities, out of the rural areas, to close off access to all the rural areas and any opportunity they have.
Rosa, we're going to have you back up again with more solutions soon and get you on the nightly news. Behind the Green Mask, Agenda 21, available at Infowars.com. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you.
I'll say bye to you after the show here in just a moment. By the way, we got Kurt Haskell on with the sentencing of the government underwear bomber. He's one of the survivor eyewitnesses. He's on tonight. And we've got Matt Stein, a huge nightly news show, 7, prisonplanet.tv. Hello, I'm Alex.